Start our session, today's session on Lean Six Sigma. Many of us are there from industry and someone may be doing the fresh graduation or post graduation. But Lean Six Sigma is not a very new concept. It's a concept which exists in human life, in business, in industry, and it has a very critical importance in our life cycle. As the competitions are increasing in the business, modern businesses, Lean Six Sigma or the similar concept in different terminology, they get very high degree of importance. I'm sure many of you will be aware about this terminology, Lean Six Sigma. Who are not even aware about it, do not worry. By the end of this session, we will understand this. And this session will be, we will be covering the only lean portion of Lean Six Sigma today. Okay. So Six Sigma we will be covering in the subsequent session, not today. So that's the basic concept. We'll start and we will try to understand it in a very simpler way. Who are aspirant to get Lean Six Sigma certification, Lean Six Sigma belt, okay, what you see in the screen with me now. If you want to take the different belts, you are looking for that certification or securing the black belt, green belt, master black belt, champion belt, okay. You must join the specific programs, okay, because there has to be a particular curriculum need to be covered for that. But remember one point, today's session will make, even if you are going for that certification program or you are not going for that, our today's session will make a basic foundation and basic understanding to you about Lean Six Sigma, in which we are covering today Lean, but a very basic understanding, concept wise. And you will enjoy the session, believe me, because it's a good concept, good to learn. Okay, starting with what exactly it is. So we commence our session with this. It's for a very general understanding on the subject. We are not aiming on any certification program, curriculum coverage, no. Even if your organization is following Lean Six Sigma, maybe you can add a value during interaction in our today's session. And if not, then take this as a basic understanding session. Okay. What is Lean Six Sigma? So it has two components. One is lean and second is Six Sigma. So what does the lean mean? Lean and thin, okay? Lean and thin, okay? So what is lean here? Lean is reduce waste by streamlining the processes. That means lean focuses on reducing the waste. And generally in an organization or in the businesses, we have different processes. Manufacturing process, financial process, correct? Human resource processes, correct? We have different processes. So where the waste occurs in these processes. So we correct our processes. We try to see where waste is happening and we reduce that. Why we reduce the waste? What is the advantage? How to identify waste? We are going to see in subsequent slides. So this is about lean. Then next comes Six Sigma. What is Six Sigma? Reducing the defects. Reducing the defects. That means I do the things correctly. I don't do the things which is resulting into a defective product or a defective process. So reduce the defects by effectively solving the problems. If there is a problem, that's why defect is occurring. If machine is having some efficiency issue, so I'm not able to produce my product at the given specs 100%. Or maybe there is some issue, because of that my machine is producing at 95% efficiency, which normally my machine works at 99% efficiency, and because of lack of efficiency or something, I'm losing some products, my product defects are increasing. So Six Sigma focuses on reducing the defects. Okay. The combination of Lean Six Sigma is mandatory. Avoid the waste, avoid the defects. So when you avoid the waste, automatically when you streamline your processes, when you reduce the number of activities which are unnecessary, which are the waste of the waste activities, automatically chances of defect reduces. To your house, if I give a simple example, okay, a very simple example. You can go to your office from your house in 5 different ways. 5 different roads are going. So what you prefer? You try to prefer the most shortest route. Even now our Google Map is also giving fuel efficient routes. Okay, so that means you are avoiding the fuel wastage. So when you are avoiding fuel wastage, when you are going with the short route, you are avoiding maybe time also. You are reducing the wastage of time also. Correct? And when you are going with that concept, avoiding the wastage of time, avoiding the wastage of fuel, probably you will be taking the most optimized route or the shortest route maybe. So when you go by shortest route, chances of vehicle failure reduces because your vehicle is traveling less distance. And that too, if you take a long route, there is a possibility that your tire may get punctured. Your engine may start functioning. I'm just trying to correlate very simple, very well. So when you work extra, which is not required, so if you reduce that work, you reduce the defects, you reduce the wastages. And at the same time, when you work less, but you do your job correctly, you are not bypassing anything, you are achieving same results. But when you reduce your wastage work, the work which is not required to be done, but which you are doing because of some processes, so that means you are reducing your wastage. And at the same time, when you are reducing your efforts, chances of defects are also reduced because now you are working less. So there are less activities where could add a defect. So very simple matter. Lean reduces wastage by streamlining the processes. Six Sigma reduces the defect by solving the problems. Clear? So this is what the Lean Six Sigma is, a basic understanding, very basic understanding. And we are going to have a lean discussion, only on lean discussion today. Okay. Lean is basically a set of organization processes requires to develop a product or service from initial concept to the final delivery to the customer by reducing waste and adding customer defined value. Lean is a set of organization processes required to develop a product or services from initial concept to final delivery to the customer. By what? You do that. But when you add a lean into it, what it does, it reduces the waste and adding a customer defined value. And what is that exactly? Reducing the waste, you understood. Adding customer defined value. See, as soon as I reduce the waste, okay, by reducing the waste, this waste would be time, this waste would be cost, this waste would be motion. So when I do that, my product cost reduces. Reduction of waste is directly proportional to reduction of cost of a product. So the first value, you can give the product at a cheaper price to your customer. Correct? Or not giving the reduced price product to the customer, but you can add 2-3 more features into your product because you avoided waste. So keeping the same product price, but you can add a value to the customer at same price. You can give 1 or 2 more feature. You can give next version of a mobile phone in the same price. So this is called customer defined value. You are enriching your customer. You are benefiting your customer without incremental cost, just by reducing your waste in your house. Lean means, very good word here, huh? Just see this. Lean means doing more with less while doing it better. No compromise. We will do great job only, but we'll be doing better, more with less input, because we are avoiding the wastage. Lean means doing more with less while doing it better. Why even we are talking about lean? What is the need to talk about lean? Yes. What is the multiple angles to see in the lean, correct? So on the screen you are seeing many things right now. Wastage. Yes, we saw from the slide 1 that wastage need to be reduced. Okay, what kind of wastages are there? We'll see that. But wastages need to be reduced. What next? There is a competitive world. Your competitor will try to sell the product at the cheaper price. Okay? And he will try to win the market share. So what you can do, you are not aware about your competitor. Probably your competitor may be compromising on the quality. But your company ethics and principle says, we will never compromise on the quality, and one should not do that. Because to maintain a brand image for a longer duration, sustainability, Toyota maintaining their brand image for now almost 80 years plus. Correct? So to maintain your brand image, you're not in the market, you don't want to be in the market for a short life, 1 year, 2 years. You want to be there in the market for 100 years. So you cannot compromise the quality. So now, given the situation, your competitor is making the product price less by compromising the quality and putting you in a bad situation. At least for time being. By the time customer realizes that product is bad or it's not sustainable, you definitely getting a shock of your sales number drop for that duration, at least 1 year, 2 years. So how you can counter that? Counter is reduce your waste, reduce your overheads, do not spend 1 penny unnecessary. And any waste is a penny extra burden on the company. So the second objective is, in the competitive world, to give the given quality, maintaining the given quality to the customer, you need to maintain the pricing also. So for that reason, you have to have such kind of lean approaches in your system, so that you can give the best product, good product, maintaining the good quality in the product. In spite of your competitors are trying to sell at the less price, but you can still give them at the price, good prices. You can maintain your prices, okay, by reducing your defects. So second objective is competition, facing the competition. Third, you want to bring a requirement. You want to start a new product lane. Okay? And your new product lane, suppose you are manufacturing 5 types of cars and you want to start a new production lane for a 6th variant. Okay? Your management will not agree unless otherwise you demonstrate that your cost is highly optimized, because it's cost-driven system. You can see there are 2 pictures you can see in support of this. One is this and one is this. Okay. So the cost-driven system, cost-driven market, competitive market, your management will not approve your proposal. So your business case will be waste. It will go to dustbin. Straight and simple. So to prove your model is perfect, cost optimized, defect optimized, with minimum wastage, you need to have a lean approach. Your business proposal should qualify the lean requirement of zero wastage, approaching zero wastage, and the adding a value to the customer. Means we'll bring 3 variants in this car. Okay, we'll start this production lane, but in next 3 years time, we are going to bring 3 variants of our car from the same production lane, but we'll maintain our cost fixed for next 3 years time, unless otherwise some major issues or some raw material issues doesn't arise. In the normal given circumstances, we'll maintain the same price. Your business proposal makes the sense to your management and it can be approved. In industry, it has been seen that, of course, it's a very high statement, but they say majority of the processes are seen wasting the time and activities. Okay, so that wastage of time need to be converted to a value-added work. Drop that wastage of time right now, reduce your cost, then slowly plan a value addition to your product and give it to your customer. So that is called convert your 90% wastages into 90% value addition. Wastage is directly converted to value addition. That you may do today, tomorrow, that's fine. But the wastage is a value addition in terms of cost reduction, cost maintenance for a duration, or adding the better features for your customer. Okay. Lean helps us in identifying different kind of wastages which are existing in our organization as soon as organization take birth and organizational processor takes birth. Clear? And what are those wastages, by the way? And when you will see this slide, you will understand. It looks for many perspectives, many aspects of the wastages. Overproduction is a wastage. Because when you overproduce, you keep the product on the shelf. Okay? It is not dispatched to the customer or your distributors. So any product, finished goods on the shelf is equivalent to your money on the shelf. Because you are not able to generate cash flow. So that is equivalent to a wastage. You are losing the interest on that money. You are losing the cash flow potential. And the product is losing its life on the shelf. So overproduction is a wastage. We need to arrest that. Then, let me go just one by one on this. So this is overproduction. Okay. What next? Defects. Preventive maintenance or corrective maintenance in time will allow defects to reduce. I'm not talking of defects what we are talking in Six Sigma. That defects calls product defects. This defect is of your production defects, your machinery defects. Suppose your machine stops, so you're not able to produce. Your electrical substation has a problem. You're not able to produce because you don't have a power. So we need to identify those defects. We fix them which are halting my production or which are not halting my production but which are not giving me the right quality. The defect is that. Okay? Not the product defects. Waiting. Yes, you have to see. The Japanese concept just in time. We are going to see in the 2-3 slides next now. That will be a good write-up, so understand that. Okay? So waiting is a defect. Waiting is a wastage. You are burning your time. No way, correct. Then, inventory. Overproduction leading to an inventory. Or even there is no overproduction. Okay, but still you have an inventory. That means you have not forecasted the right sales number. So your forecasting process need an improvement because it is leading to an inventory. An inventory both way, huh? Positive inventory, negative inventory. If there is a negative inventory of raw material, you are not able to produce in time, that is also wastage. That is also a wastage because your machines are idling. Non-utilized talent. Yes. Which is one of the biggest burning problem in the industry. You have knowledge pool, you have talent pool. Are you using them correctly? If you are not using them correctly, with their fullest skill, you are wasting the talent. So we have to even see that we put right qualification with right roles and responsibilities and job description. Then we'll talk 3 things together now. Transportation, motion and trajectory. Actually, transportation is definitely an issue. Long distance travel. On the same route, multiple fleets are traveling. They are not optimized. It's a wastage. Inventory holding a lot on the wheels. Inventory. And there are unnecessary emotions are there in processes. I go to you, you go to him, he come to me. You can directly come to me, no? Why? So try to see unnecessary, because unnecessary emotions leads to efforts, unnecessary emotion leads to time and cost, and ultimately not adding any value. So these are the wastages scenarios are there, which need to be seen very meticulously, worked upon to avoid the wastages. Okay, now the lean principles, where it is focusing on around. By this time we have seen that what is there. So what are these? Identify customer value is in center. Okay. When I say identify customer value, that means what I am able to give to my customer, how best I can offer to my customer. And knowing that is very important. What my customer need, what value addition I can give to my customer, what value addition I can pass on to my customer. And this could be from the different perspectives. Different perspectives means continuous improvement. So I keep reviewing my product, I keep reviewing my processes so that I can reduce waste and I can add the value to my customer by maintaining the product quality, by improvising the additional feature to it. So there's a continuous improvement. Respond to customer pull. Do not ignore customer demand. I need to be very methodical. I need to be very serious about customer's pull, customer demands, what he's asking for. No compromises on that. Customer pull is customer demand. Means customer needs something and I should respond to that. What he needs today, the features, I cannot give that feature to him after 10 years or after 1 year or after 6 months. No way. Next is create flow by eliminating waste. Automatically, you know what, sometimes the waste, it could be distance, motion, we saw in the previous slide, correct? It could, whenever you are doing something unnecessary, it is a waste, of course, for sure. But at the same time, a smooth flow is also disturbed. As I told you, you can go to your house from 3 different ways. If you go by a smallest route, comfortable smallest route, you are able to maintain the flow. Probably when the long route you are going, there is a possibility you get 4 signals, you are being stopped at the signals, correct? So it's not you are not flowing, you are moving, stopping. So as much as long path you have, as much as differentials are there, automatically you have the more of the flow hindrances, interruption in the flow. So avoid that. So when you avoid wastage, when you look into avoiding the wastage, automatically you are reducing the speed breaker in the flow. The last one on this slide is map the value stream. Yes, what values can be added? What values, additional values can be added to this process? Add that value. Good features in mobile phone, correct? Or anything. Customization. If my customer needs some customization, how I can add that value? So all these options means, see, I go to the shop and I get what I want. I go to another shop, I get what I want. But when I went to second shop, what differential I found? When I went to him, he said, sir, you are buying this, but we have this additional feature into it. We are trying to offer the same price, correct? Okay, we can do a customization also, sir, if you need something like that. You want a configuration, we'll do that, don't worry. Or you want, we can bring the product to you from our other stores, correct? Don't worry, we'll deliver to your home. All these are value streams. Means customer came with a fixed idea, or customer was intended to see the variety, but because in your shop it was only one way, he purchased, he has to go because he has no option. But at the same time, if you are giving options, you are adding a value chain to his life, customer life, he'll be very happy to go with those. And he will come back to you again. So these are the value stream. You have to think what you can add. It's not putting a fuel in your car, go to the petrol station and just put a fuel and continue. No. He'll tell you, sir, when you go to petrol pump in India nowadays, so what they do, they try to clean your car, okay? They try to clean your glasses and everything, correct? While you are doing the petrol is being filled. What is this? These are all value streams. So that's a concept exists in the lean principles. Very simple slide. Don't get worried about this slide, but this slide will definitely give you a very basic understanding what we learned so far since the beginning. If you can see here, be with me. Okay. See, this is the typical company, okay? What you see here, there is a blue marker. This is a blue marker, VA, value addition, okay? And this is called value addition or value added activity. And this is no value added activities. So we are doing majority of the activities are no value addition activities. These are the value added activities. When you do a process improvement traditionally, what you try to do? You try to squeeze the things. So when you try to squeeze the things in minor improvement, which is the second here, traditional improvement, what happens? Your value added activities and non-value activities also, they all are shrink together. So even your value addition reduces, see, the value addition has reduced. Okay. And of course, non-value also added reduced, there's no doubt in that. But when you go for the lean approach, see what happens. You are not touching, I will say, your value addition. You are only doing what? You are focusing to curtail on your non-value added activities, which is this. And see, the length has reduced. This much reduction has happened. This is what the objective of lean. This was a waste. If you see here, this much was a waste. This much was a waste you are doing here. So lean aligns you, lean guide you to reduce the wastages without disturbing your value added activities what you have. But now you will ask the question that we reduce the non-value added activities here, correct? So this could be in terms of finance, it could be in terms of time, ultimately it comes to cost. Now you are so rich by reducing non-value added activities. This one you can directly add as per your convenience to the value added. So either you can maintain the same price, you can reduce the price of your product, or you can be in better position to compete your competitors. So that's an advantage of lean. Do not worry. Next 2-3 slides, because this presentation will go to you guys. So write-up is big here in next 3 slides. Do not worry about it. I will just read for you guys, so that will help you out to learn, and this will be a book for you always for easy reference, because whenever you are thinking of certification program and all, so this will be a reference book for you always. Okay. Lean philosophy is now we understood, reducing the waste and adding a customer value. Okay, simple matter. Okay. Now, key lean system and methodology. What are the lean systems are there in the world? What are the methodologies are there? And by the way, they are very old, they are not new. One is called Toyota Production Systems. TPS is the origin of lean, developed by Toyota in mid 20th century, 1950 around. So that is called Toyota Production System, which includes just in time. That means no inventory. When you make a product, automatically raw material comes. Raw material comes in time, product is made in time, finished good went to the customer. Okay, so nothing on shelf, neither raw material nor the finished good. And I know this because Japan is a country where the space and all is an issue. So they develop this. See, they say now that need is, when you have a need, it triggers your ideas, concept, invention, correct? Second is Jidoka. I don't know how to pronounce in Japanese, but probably I may be right in that. Automation with a human touch. Second is automation. Continuous flow of goods, nothing stops. Stop is also wastage, by the way. Unnecessary stop somewhere, or somewhere in the process optimization, something stops in between because other have to go. That is called automation with human touch, which allows a machine to stop automatically when a problem occurs. Human touch. Don't do mistakes. If you are not producing right, stop yourself and generate alarm. I'm not producing well. Machine is generating alarm. I'm not producing well. Kindly correct me. Kindly fix my problem. Next is Lean Six Sigma. Okay. So these are all lean systems, by the way. Okay. And we have seen that Lean Sigma. Kaizen, continuous improvement. Kaizen is a philosophy that means change for better or continuous improvement. And it is for all, from worker to CEO. Couple of guys maybe in your organization will be following Kaizen systems, correct? Then there is a system called 5S. What are those 5S? Sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. So there is a 5S system. Okay, these are again all the lean families. Okay, VSM, value stream mapping. VSM is a lean management method for analyzing the current state and designing a future state for a series of events that take a products or services from its beginning through to the customer. The goal is to identify and eliminate waste. Objective is same. Eliminate waste, add a value for the customers. So these were the systems and methodologies. Common lean tools and practices. Kanban, a scheduling system for lean manufacturing that signals when to produce or move part, ensuring a pull-based system where work is only done when there is a demand. Pull, customer pull is nothing but a demand. So respond to customer, otherwise hold. Pokayoke, mistake proofing. A device or a technique that helps an operator avoid mistakes. Its purpose is to eliminate product defects by preventing, correcting or highlighting the human errors. Mistake proofing, checking. Alarm are generated in the system. Temperature is going outside limit. The machine is, RPM is increasing. There could be a defect. Like this. Haijunka, which is called production leveling, a technique for smoothing out production schedule to reduce peaks and valleys in the production volume, creating a stable, predictable workflow. Production leveling, suddenly not putting the machines at the highest production level, means let it work at continuously 8 hours, highest production level, or tomorrow just work at 4 hours, so half of the shift. No. So production leveling systems as per demand forecast. So you keep producing and you try to make sure that your goods are flowing without wastage. Tech time, the rate at which product need to be completed to meet customer demand, it synchronizes the production pace with the sales pace. Same thing, driven by just in time. Finished good should not stay on the shelf or in the inventory. Toyota manufactures the car based on the just in time. 2,000, 5,000 retail ancillary suppliers provide the different parts, nut, bolt, tire, everything. Car get assembled, car goes out. Car goes to port, to respective country to get dispatched, okay? Or for the local consumption of Japan. Gamba, a Japanese term meaning the real place. So go to the real place. To identify something, do not imagine. Go to the factory floor to observe process and identify areas for improvement. So touch it, see it, and then take a decision. Okay, so these are some tools. And who are the companies in India, the major companies who are following this things? One is Bajaj Auto. They are following, of course, they are in automotive industry, okay, Bajaj Auto. So they are following Toyota production system. Maruti Suzuki is following just in time and Kaizen. TVS Motors is following 5S and TPM. See, they are even following more than one system also. Mahindra and Mahindra for lean implementation in automotive farm equipments, they focus on waste reduction and productivity gains. Larsen and Toubro, as a major engineering and production conglomerate, they apply lean practices to project management and manufacturing, emphasizing efficiency and quality control. Correct. So this was a very generic outlook on the lean concept. Okay, and I hope that this made you clear the concept. Now today I have done actually. I said let's be a little interactive. Okay, more interactive. Okay, we already interact we interact at a good level. But my humble request to every one of you who are on board with me for this 45-minute session continuously. Okay, please do not leave the session, because that is something in the session when I speak. Okay, but when the questions are being asked in interactive sessions, that makes the things more clear to every one of you, including me in fact. So today we are going to have a quiz time.